Issy, go ahead, bro.
So I see in the comments that you said that men in their 20s shouldn't be ready to settle down and shouldn't get married. I, I kind of
What?
disagree with that, not gonna lie. And I'm like me, that's personally what I'm looking for. I'm ready to settle down right now at 21. That's just me personally. And so I mean, I know I'm in the wrong generation for that because I'm out here. The streets is cold, man. The streets is cold. I done seen it's a hard game out here with women my age. But so you're saying that it's not a good idea at all.
I do not believe so. I believe when you're first of all, when I was your age, I was in college on a full ride basketball scholarship. I ain't have any money to my name. I'm 25 years old now. I got a corporate job. I'm making money, but I believe as a young man, your priority shouldn't be trying to have a family, brother. You haven't done, and I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just talking about most men. Okay, we're not talking about the anomalies. We're not talking about entertainers. We're not talking about athletes. We're not talking about 21 and 25-year olds and 26, 27-year olds that's making eight figures already or signing nine-figure contracts. We just talking about the everyday average guy. Your priorities in your 20s should probably be to be building your financial foundation, acquiring assets and resources, and then when you get yourself to a certain level, where you're quote unquote financially stable and you're actually able to take on a family, that's when you should start prioritizing having a family. I'm not saying that you need to be out here spreading yourself thin or being a hoe. You could be in an exclusive committed relationship with a woman, but if you in a situation where she's telling you, well, I want to be married within the next 1 to 2 years, and you're 25 years old, and that's not what you're trying to do, then you probably just
Wait,
should date her. You should probably just tell her like that's not like I'm not trying to be married and have kids within the next 2 to 3 years, or even the next 3 to 4 years. Like you're a man at the end of the day. Like you're not getting pregnant. You can always the first of all, the older you get, the more successful you get, the more accomplished you get. Not only are you gonna have more options when it comes to women, you're gonna have more options when it comes to quality women. So like women are not going anywhere. The parties, the liquor, all that is not going anywhere. So why try to start a family and start taking in more than you can really handle, starting to bite off more than you can really chew when you could do all that when you're actually in a position to do it. Because let's be real, most
but
again, the average 21-year old, the average 25-year old, you are not in any position to be having a family and provisioning for a woman and children. Let's be all the way real. Ladies,
Mhm.
am I well? Am I lying? Am I lying or am I? All right, y'all don't listen to me. Go ahead. Y'all don't listen.
so
I don't know what I'm
what?
talking about. Go ahead.
So I think that and correct me if I'm wrong, Izzy. I heard settle down with a woman and not have a family. I didn't hear him say to he wanted to have a family right now. So I think that it's okay to want to settle down this early. Obviously, my thing would be, do you know what your roles are? Do you know what is needed for you to actually successfully settle down with somebody at this age? And all the things that Noble said is true. There are certain things that you need to have as a man to be able to provide for a family if that is what you want at this age. And a lot of time people our age don't have all of those things. They don't have all of those resources. We just haven't had enough time to create all the
You
things that
just
we
you
need.
you just starting your
So
career up, but you want to have a family? Come on now.
I didn't
Make it make
say
so
sense.
yeah,
family.
yeah. So he, yeah, I didn't hear family either. So yeah, family might be a little tough at 21, but the people are doing it. And settling down, I think that's really what he was talking about.
Okay, yeah,
I don't
I,
think there's a problem with that, Noble. I think
no, no.
that
That's why I said there's no problem. I didn't say he has to spread himself thin or be a hoe. I said you can be in a relationship. I just don't think you should be trying to have a family. That's all I said. Yeah, if
okay.
that's what you meant when you said settle, I thought you was like, oh, doing the whole family, doing the whole shebang. But if you talking, no, you can
Nah,
have a
I'm trying to
girlfriend.
be like you, big bro. I'm
I
trying to be
encourage you to have I
married, bro.
encourage you to have a girlfriend. You see, but this is the thing. This is the thing though. Some days, because listen, I'm not about to put my personal life on here, but listen, I may allegedly have a main squeeze, or I may not. Who knows? But listen, some days I want to be just in a committed, exclusive relationship, and some days I want to be young and turned. That's just I'm 25 years old. Like
You can be
normal.
both.
I'm not about to. I'm not about to. I'm not about to. You said you could be both, Zaria.
Yes, you could be both.
Talk
You could
about it.
have fun with your significant other. You could travel. You can party. I've been to the club with my boyfriend before, and we have the best time together. Like, you can literally do both. You can be young and you can be turned. And let's also be very clear that back in the day, they were having families and kids at 16,
I was
17,
about to say
15
that.
years old because they had villages, they had family, they had that support system. And a lot of times these days, we don't have that. So if you are a person that has a village, maybe you can have babies and marriage at 20, 21, or whatever, because you have a village to help. A lot of us do not have that. So that's why people are like, oh, I got to wait till I'm 26, 27 to have a child when I'm like fully off in my career.
Okay, the whole village thing is cool, and listen, when I do have children one day, listen, my sisters are going to be loving aunts to my kids. My parents are going to be loving grandparents to my kids. But let's talk about it. Another real thing that be happening is, women be out here moving fast, having children, and they don't even be the primary person raising the child, especially the single mothers. It be the grandmother that the child is with most of the time. The grandmother is the one really rearing the child. So why are you and picking up for that slack, because you really weren't in a position to have a child. Because you, even as a woman, you should be in a position to where when you have a child, that pole, you should be in a position to that where you have a child, you can take care of your child. Don't be out here having a child at 25
True.
and trying to bring the baby to grandma's house so you can go out and be with the girls for the night. No.
Right.
So we can talk about villages and stuff like that, but no, it is your responsibility as a woman when you have a child. It is your responsibility to rear your child. So if you want to choose to have a child in your early 20s, then forget about all that going out and doing this, that, and the third. No, you're gonna be at home. You're gonna be at home 3 week. You're gonna be at home three Friday and Saturday nights out of the month, and possibly all 4 Friday and Saturday nights out the month, because that's the decision that you decided
I
to
say
make.
village. When I say village, I'm not talking about like grandma taking the child. Like, that's not what I'm saying. When I'm saying village, I'm speaking in the terms of like you have support. You have people that have been in like have done this successfully and can offer you advice on like ways to take care of your baby. Like, I know there are mother-in-laws who come and like create more havoc in like people's lives than going to help the mom after a pregnancy or after a birth or whatever. I'm talking just like simply like village, as in like you have a group of people, whether it's family, friends, like somebody said, neighbors, whatever, and they all contribute in a way, not like prime like the primary
Primarily,
way. Yeah.
I think that we've seen women come on here and they take advantage of that, of what you just described, Z.
Of
And
course,
I
they
think that's what Noble was talking about. And I've heard it multiple times, especially here on this live, where people are not even looking to be married or have families anymore. They just want to have this village, quote unquote village or community, and have all these random people in their raising their children or helping them raise their children instead of aiming to have a family. And then, like
correct.
Z explained, having the support, having people that have done it before, they've been there, done it, so they could give you advice on it. That's completely different than just relying on other people to help you raise
Yeah.
your
And,
children.
they have to rely on this village, because let's talk about it, black woman. Y'all aren't having y'all aren't having majority of these kids with a man that you're married to. You not having majority of these kids with men that you're actually in a relationship with. You not having majority of these kids with a man that you even actually really know for real in that man. So again, you getting dogged out and you being deserted, And now life is hard, but mom is here. You know, grandma gonna bail me out, and grandpa gonna bail me out, and brother and sister gonna bail me out. So when I have to work two jobs now, and I have to be working all through the night, and I'm not with my child during the very formal years because I'm out there making money. Come on, bro, let's cut it out.
You know?
Is he? Is
Yes,
one
but
second, one second now, one second. Is he? Do you have any last words that you want to say or address me on, bro? And Issy, make sure you tell me your cash app before you get off too.
What's my cash app shit? I'm just send it to you. You know, I'm send it in the DM. But no, I really ain't got nothing more to say. You know, I enjoy these conversations. You know, enjoy letting big bro over there. You know, congratulations on the marriage. You know,
Thank you, brother.
Oh
great,
my
Listen,
great,
gosh.
I
great.
love being a married man. It's
I'm
the
trying to
greatest
get
thing.
like you. I'm just trying to get like you. I'm trying to get like you. But yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Thank you for having me up here, bro.
All right. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Hey, send me. You don't know what your cash app is?
I changed it. I wanted to say. I think it's this. I want to say it's this.
Your TikTok name?
I want to say it's that, but if it's
Okay.
not,
I'll look for it. All right. And if it's not that, then I'll hit you up
all
because
right,
I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna send you the dollar.
all right, bet.
All right, bro. Hey, Miss Kanad, please request. Listen, Nye and Learning Tarot. I'm gonna play the audio for y'all, and we gonna get this popping because I know y'all just came through. Miss Kanad, if you are still in here, please request. Let's play this audio. Hold on. Hey, Nye and so can y'all please mute up while I play this audio? Miss Kanad, please mute up when you come up here while I play this audio. Where is it at? Here we go. Ladies, can we start a thread? Because I want to talk about something that I haven't heard. And I just want to know if anyone else, any women are experiencing this. Quick backstory. Coming up, I always had low self-esteem. I never felt attractive. I didn't really have friends. I was pretty much a loner. And so as an adult, I still have some of those thoughts in my mind. And it could honestly affect how I present myself when I'm out. But with that said, I have a lot of gorgeous friends, okay? Everybody's pretty. Everybody's pretty. Can we talk about how we are not the woman that's like ever approached in the friend group? More specifically, how you internalize it, how you deal with it. You know, because it's hard for me to believe that I'm the pretty girl when I'm out and men don't approach me. I tell you guys all the time that like I get the most attention from guys on the internet, not out in public. I for the most part I'm never approached. Just to keep it a buck, or I'm approached by super older guys like 50 and up. Nobody in my age range. And I don't care how many times my friends tell me I'm pretty, people at church tell me I'm pretty. When it's all said and done and I'm in a room with them, I'm never seen. And it's kind of hard to deal with. And then you can't even really talk to your homegirls about it because if you tell them, then they're going to be self-conscious about how they are in your presence and you don't want to dim their light because you love them. But like, what do I have to do? Distance myself from pretty people? Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. How do y'all deal with it? Do you talk to your homegirls? Do you just internalize it? Do you talk to other people? Do you just ignore the feelings? Like, because that's my thing. When I'm by myself and I meditate or I look at myself in the mirror, I feel beautiful. And then I get around other pretty girls and I feel like the ugly duckling. And nobody can convince me that I'm attractive. That's why it's hard for me to receive compliments. That's why it's hard for me to trust that what people are saying they mean because my life experience tells me otherwise. Otherwise. So how do you deal with it if you are dealing with it? Hey, learning tarot. We gonna start learning tarot. We gonna start with you. Then we gonna go to Nye. Then we gonna go to Miss Kanai. So listen. Learning Terror and Nye, listen, I know I was just on my little high horse. If y'all want to address anything that I said while I was going on my little tirade before you address the woman in the video, feel free to do that. Learning Terror, go ahead. Go ahead, unmute.
Remember what you were saying before the video. There was something I did want to say. I can't remember now. Um,
It's all good.
but to address the video, oh man, I feel so bad for her because, towards the end, she's even crying.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think, like for me growing up, I always had pretty friends, right? All my friends was prettier than me, but it forced me to get a personality. You know what I mean? So I never had that struggle where like, because pretty girls have pretty privilege, obviously. But then, I don't know, it kind of forces you to develop something else that, not that you have to offer, but that you rely on, if that makes sense. So it forces you to develop a personality or something else. And I kind of feel like she just kind of fell in the shadow of her friends. And so, I don't know, I don't know. I feel bad for her. I've never had this experience, and I wasn't the pretty girl in my friend circle, but I've never had an issue with men approaching. You know, I don't know.
So, as you heard her say in the video, she's been having low self esteem ever since she was younger. Um, you know, it sounds to me like she's and that's kind of what I want to talk about. Taro, do you think the dating market determines for both men and women? Do you think the dating market determines like our value, or do you think we more so determine our value as individuals?
I mean, in an ideal
Just
world,
pertaining to dating, not
um,
talking about value as a person, just pertaining to dating.
yeah, in an ideal world, your parents would have taught you that your value comes from within, right? And that it's not dependent on people wanting you or not wanting you. But we don't live in that world. We live in a world where likes matter and followers and how many viewers you have, right? And so the people who move to you will affect your self esteem. You know what I mean? Um, Unfortunately. But I also feel it's geographic because if you're living in a city where, let's say, slim girls is the ones who are, the hottest girls there, and you move to another place, like let's say you move to Jamaica, and in Jamaica they love fluffy girls, your confidence will come up because, the man is moving to you there. So, and it shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't be that way. But, it is.
But
Unfortunately, it is.
I think when it comes to dating, I honestly, I disagree with you. I think the market determines our value and how valuable we are because like, this woman said that, well, she's clearly said that she has low self-esteem, but um
Mm-hmm.
she said her friends and people at church tell her she's beautiful and she's pretty, but when she goes outside, she said it's hard for her to take those compliments and believe those things because she's not getting those results in the real world. So even as a man, if I think I'm very handsome and I'm in shape and I'm tall and this, that, and the third, but when I go outside and people tell me that I look good, but when I go outside, women don't give me any attention. Um, I just think as a human being, just our instinctive nature, we kind of have to look in the mirror and be like, or figure out what's going on because something is clearly going on, right?
I want to agree with you. I want to agree with you, but honestly, it's geographic, Noble. Because if that girl moves, like let's say, um, you're not you're not a conventionally attractive Black American guy, but you move to Africa. By virtue of the fact that you're Black American, you've got girls flocking. You understand what I mean? Whereas in America, girls wasn't moving to you, and then when you move to a different location, people are attracted to you there. So it's just about where she is. Like, if the people there aren't attracted to her, that's all right. Just move. I don't know.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Nye. And Miss Kanai, you could chime in as you see fit as well. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nye.
hello, Noble. Hey, Miss
How you doing?
Canal, Zaria, and Learning. Hello. So, I have to agree with with Learning, with my sister Learning. This is marketing. This is about placing yourself in the correct environment. The market does not determine our value, and I don't even think we determine our value. I think the environment determines your value. As a traditional woman, if I'm in a room with a whole bunch of modern men, they're not going to find me very valuable. They don't think I bring much to the table. I don't want to be a partner and all that new school stuff. But if I'm in a room with traditional men, I have a lot of value. I think she doesn't, I think our sister on this video, one, doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know what she has to offer. So she doesn't even know what men to put herself around so she can attract what she's looking for. But she doesn't know what she's looking for because she doesn't know herself. She says she has low self esteem all her life. So I agree with Learning. It's about the environment.
So let me say this then. So, and Tara, I do agree with you. I agree with you to an extent, but I still think when it comes to dating, I still think I still believe and I'm gonna stand on, respectfully that I think the market determines our value because the market determines the value for a lot of things in life. So you have your home and your home is worth $300,000 and all the surrounding homes in your neighborhood they're going within the 300,000 to $315,000 range, but you want to sell your home for $400,000, and then when your home ends up staying on the market and it doesn't end up selling, that's kind of telling you that you thought that your home was worth more, but it really wasn't worth more. Or you thought you priced your used car that you're selling now at a certain price, but nobody's gonna buy your car at that price. Nobody's even trying to bargain or negotiate with you anywhere near there. They think everyone's talking about your car is worth $5,000 less.
But
And it's not objectifying men or
But
women, but I
Noble,
just think at the end of the day, I think the market does determine the value for a lot of stuff. Because that's what
yeah, but
bidding
the
is, right?
market where
That's what
you
bidding is,
are.
right? If we go to an auction, they not saying this is how much this costs. It's whoever wants to bid the highest for the product is that's the person that's gonna get it, right?
this is
Right. So, okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
but you just said it, Noble. In a certain neighborhood, the issue is environmental. You can't put a woman that's a wife in a room full of boyfriends and expect her to get selected. It's environmental.
Exactly.
But ladies, the issue's within. Like she said it herself. She has low self-esteem and she is struggling even though everybody around her is telling her she's beautiful and she looks good. She still does not believe it. If she does not fix that issue within, she could go anywhere where she's actually being approached and she's still going to find an excuse because she has low self-esteem. So until
Facts.
that's fixed, it doesn't matter
But
where she goes, she will have similar results.
yeah,
And let's be
and I
fair,
agree with
she
you,
also said that
except
she
that.
does get attention, but it's just not from the people that she wants. Like she does get
Hmm.
attention from older guys and she does get attention on like social media. I think it was the other example.
Yeah.
It's just when she's around
Hmm.
her friends in public, she's not getting that same like cat call attention as them. So like the
But
problem is within.
she says she doesn't get approached in
So I
public,
feel like,
even when she's
I
married.
feel
Can I
like,
speak? Hey, ladies,
yeah,
can
go
I
ahead,
get
go
in
ahead.
here real quick?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta let me speak just real
Yeah.
quick. Give me
Hey,
let let
everybody
let
please mute up. Listen.
let let
Oh, here
let
comes.
me take let
Miss
me take
Canard, do your thing.
just let me take a moment, y'all. Just I know y'all. Just let me take a moment
Hey, I'm
here.
gonna sit back for this one.
Okay, I wrote notes. I wish he could play it. If it was my live, I would play it piece by piece. But we don't gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I want to say. Let me breathe. Whew. Ladies, grow up. Grow up. This is why I say that. Yes, I heard, oh, I got low self esteem. Let me tell you something. Most women have some kind of self-esteem problem. All right? But you're not ugly. You're not ugly, right? There's some type of beauty to her, and I'm gonna tell you why. The first mistakes that women make, and y'all gonna get mad at me, but I don't care. You got too many friends. You too needy. You need your friends too much. Get out the group. That's number one. Get out of the group. If you ever seen an older woman do her work, she don't go out in groups. Not no smart, mature woman. She goes out alone. Get out of the group. Get out of the group and get rid of your friends when you looking for a man. Stop being in the crowd. Go out alone. Get some confidence about yourself. Put on your nice best dress, not your naked dress. Put on your nice best dress, get cleaned up, get your hair, natural hair done, and your weave or whatever you might want to track. I don't know. Men say they don't like weave. I say natural. Go out to a place where you can meet some men, a good place, not no club, and put yourself out there. Leave your girlfriends at home when you know you are seeking attention from a man to get one. That's number two, right? Then I'm gonna say this. She said that she's getting attention from older men. And let me tell you something. I am a witness to this. Y'all younger women that's in your mid 20s and stuff, rejecting men that's older, you making a big mistake. You are making a big mistake. You know why? Because those are the men who have the resources that you're looking for. And it's
Yep.
not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, right? To pick men that can provide. As long as you're not a gold digger and you looking for a man for the sole purpose of trying to take him for granted, older men. So you might be 25 or 26 years old. Ain't nothing wrong with you dating a 36-year-old man who's established, who's ready to settle down, 38. That you're fine, you're good, right? 10 years. You can go at least 10 years. 10 years. Trust me, you're going to catch up to him and it's going to be smooth sailing. And let me tell you something. Some of these older men, they are in shape. They go to the gym. They're very disciplined. They eat right. They think right. They ask the right questions, right? Not no 80 years old. Stop it. But if that's what floats your boat, hey, that's on you, right? Stop believing beautiful lies. See, that's why Kevin Samuels was good for women because he came in and he shattered the mindset of a fantasy that women live in continuously. You got to be realistic, not unrealistic and not irrational. That's our problem. I watched it on a few lives I've had this week. We are not ready as women to accept the truth of how men think and what they look for. You're not ready for the blunt. Your feelings cannot take it. So you need to learn to become strong in your mind. You keep saying I'm a strong woman. No, 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 no. Because your mind cannot take it and your feelings can't take the truth. That's another thing. Them people at church that's talking to her, see, church, that's the lie anyway. See, church don't keep it real all the time. They don't keep it real. See, that's how come they say, okay, well, love God, love your neighbor, and be nice. See, all that sugarcoating and all that coddling, that's what got us in trouble. See, I didn't have no pastor like that. My pastor talked like me, if not worse than me, if you think I'm talking worse, okay? So I'm not used to the coddling. I'm not used to the sugarcoat. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Sugarcoating, what sugarcoating does is it prepares you for a devastation. Because what you do is you have high expectations for somebody that's low expectation. You got if somebody is low expectations, how you gonna have high expectations for somebody that's coming with some low expectations? You can't do that. What you got to do is learn to take people at face value. I'm looking at you I'm taking in what I see right there. That's what I see. face value. Stop looking for all this Walt Disney romanticized bull crap, because it don't exist. It don't exist, right?
Uh,
Aladdin don't exist. Cinderella don't exist. Prince Charming don't exist. Noble exists. Rob exists. Bert exists. Corey exists. These men are real, not the man you got in your mind. The man that's in your mind don't exist. He doesn't exist. That's how come when y'all start playing that Bob the Builder game, I'ma build him up. What you
Right.
do? I don't like that. I
I'm a
don't like
build
that.
build a
I don't
nigga.
like that.
Build a nigga.
Yeah, there you go. And then uh like who you like who like you. Now, let me tell you something about that. Women only want the men that everybody else wants. Not
Who?
saying it's just women, because men do it too, but I'm gonna deal with the woman because this is a woman talking. They want the 666. You got to be 6 foot tall, you got to make six figures, and you got to have 6+ in the pants.
Mm-hmm.
You see, everybody want that man. Everybody want that man. Don't matter if I'm married or not, lady. Whoever you are asking me, am I married? What difference does it make? Jesus wasn't married. Paul wasn't married. And you probably ain't either. So here's the thing. If you are in a situation with a man, right? And a man is approaching you and he likes you and he's presenting himself to you, right? Find out about the man and ask him questions. Because you know what? Sometimes what I've seen and has happened plenty of time, people can grow on you. You be like, okay, he like you. Because see, my auntie always told me this. Women who get men they love, their relationships fall all the time because you love him too much. You need to get somebody that love you, right? And you can respect that man. Respecting that man is loving him anyway. They don't care about you. Oh, I love you. They don't care about that. They care about respect. So this young lady is shooting herself in the foot because she's making mistakes. She's going out with a group of friends that she say look better than her. So she's giving them all the credit. She's not even giving herself no credit. I can't see her face, but she's not giving herself no credit. Why? Because she's too busy looking at what her friends look like. And then she's too busy rejecting the men that are approaching her. That's our mistake. We always complain. So she's shooting herself in the foot. She's doing herself a disservice. That's all she's doing. She's doing herself a disservice. She's rejecting men that's approaching her. Oh, because they're older. That's what you need. That's what you need. You in your mid 20s, 28, 29. You don't need to be dating no man that's 26, 27. You really don't. Kevin Samuels tried to tell women that. Why? You need someone that has their stuff together. A man that's 25 and 26, he want to play around a little bit more. Even my own brother and his friends sat down when we was all talking. I'm about to be quiet. They all got settled in their mid 30s, from mid 30s, mid 30s. They all said the same thing. Most men say, I started wanting to settle down in my mid 30s, but when I was younger, I was playing the field. And I passed up some great women. They'll tell you that. I passed up some, and they'll even say this. There was one that got away. But you know what ended up happening, Noble? That's why I said teach Noble, because guess what? When they got established, they all got good women. They didn't miss out.
That's how it
That's
works.
all I gotta say.
And,
Y'all
and
take
I'm
it.
gonna
Y'all
say
take it
one
how
thing.
you want it.
I'm gonna say one thing, and then you can speak now. Listen, let me tell you, woman that's my age and in my age range, something. Okay, listen. Stop thinking that. Stop trying to look at men that's early in their career, especially some of us that really are making good money, like myself, making more money than you, and you not doing the best, you not doing the flyest. Stop looking at men to try to provide something for you that you can't provide for yourself. You can't even get a Michael Kors bag, but you want a man, you want to be with a man that can get you a Gucci bag or a Coach bag. Cut it out. You can't go to the store and whatever store you want and put that shit on, but you want a man that can buy those things for you. Cut it out. Stop trying to think that you deserve a man. You know, first of all, you don't deserve anything. Only thing that you deserve is what you earn and what you work for. So stop trying to be with men. If you don't make six figures, stop thinking that you deserve a man that makes six figures. Get yourself, start making six figures, and then start making six figures. I'm not saying you can't want bigger and better and more, but stop wanting a man to provide a certain lifestyle for you. How about you work hard and provide that lifestyle for yourself? And when you do elevate yourself to a certain level, you're automatically going to be around these men. You're going to have a better opportunity of attracting these men. You're going to be in different rooms. You're going to be at different restaurants, at different tables. You are going to be in different social circles. So if you down bad and you don't want to do better and you think that a man is coming to save you, we are not coming to save you, okay? I am telling you that. We are not coming to save you, especially us single childless men that are doing well for ourselves. And let me say something else too. To you women that's out here, you got 4 or 5 kids by 4 or 5 different men, but you still want this specific type of man, he is not coming to save you, okay? You are going to have your face in the pillow and you are getting sent back home in the Uber, okay? So that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead, So.
Wait, I think Naya has something to say. Stays on top.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nah, I'm sorry. Nah, you were going
So,
next.
so I disagree with that portion. I think this is a different generation of men, and I've been with my
Yeah.
man since we were 23. I think there are young men who just want to settle down at an earlier age, and this is the only culture that I see deters that. There in other cultures, they get married in their 20s. They get married. It's not even shacking up. They get whole married, like fresh out of college and stuff. So I think if a young man has the mindset, I want to settle down, I think that's something that we should encourage. I don't think we should deter young men from that,
I
especially
think that's a rare
especially
thing.
if we're
I
teaching it,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Nye.
especially if we're teaching young ladies that they shouldn't be with a lot of different men, that they should have a mindset of marriage. If we're going to teach that to our young ladies, and I think that that should be encouraged in young men as well.
You're absolutely right. But check this out. It's a rare thing. It's rare for a man in that age group to just want to settle down at that time. See, the problem is women want what they want right now.
Right.
They
It's
want
the
what they
okay.
want right now.
It's the
I
okay.
have Yeah, I got a brother. I got a little, one of my little, I call him, all y'all my brothers to me. Came to me, he 26 years old, got a girl that's 26. They've been, like, he called me saying, hey, sis, you think that I should? I said, you know what, brother, you may need to wait on that. And I didn't want to tell all the story, so I'm kind of skipping through it. But it's like I told him, I said, if you're not ready, you just not ready yet. He said, I gotta let her go home. I said, well, you may have to just do that. And you said that, Noble. That's why I said teach, Noble, because you have to let that go right now because you're not ready. We
Right.
have to stop pushing these younger men. If they're not like what Nye said, right? If they're not like that, because I'm not saying there's not young men out there that do want to settle down. There are younger men out there that are mature. Parents may have been married for 40 years. I've seen that too, Nye. So you are right. It's just not the majority of younger men. It's not the majority. But I will say this: men have not changed because we have 52 or 54% of men who are single and childless, right? And they are still traditional. Men are more traditional than women are these days. That is the reason why we keep having these conversations because men are looking for traditional women.
And
Women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. They are modern women. They want to do everything a traditional woman does not do.
I,
Yet they want a modern man.
But then
So
with
so the men
if
have not changed. The
oh,
men have not changed. They have not
but
changed.
if you're saying
and,
that, Shana,
okay.
um, Noble, sorry, let me just interject real quick. Noble just said, um, a woman has to have her bag up, and you can't expect to get a man with
No, they
six
have
figures
not
if you don't
changed.
have six figures, and you gotta
But
be
that's for the
providing for
independent
yourself.
women.
That's
Hold
not a
on.
traditional woman.
That's for the independent
Go
women.
ahead.
That's
Go
not a
ahead, Taro.
Can I?
traditional woman,
Can I?
right?
Can I? Okay.
Hold on. Let Taro finish. There you can go. There you can go now. Hold on.
Right. So what Noble was saying is a mentality a lot of men have, like, oh, women want to use me, so um the woman must have her bag up, she must have her finances in check and whatever. And then at the same time, I need to be a traditional woman. That just doesn't level out, because traditional women don't have their bag up, right? That's not part of being traditional. Um, so men are expecting women to be modern in financial ways, but then traditional in all other ways. And I don't know how that works.
Okay,
I don't
let me
know.
address, okay, let me address what you said. Okay, so to address you and I really quick. Okay, I'm not okay. Again, I said this when Issy was on here. When I and Issy said he is, I'm not saying that a young man should not be in a committed, exclusive relationship with a woman. So I'm saying that again. It is okay to have a girlfriend, like I said, but if you know at this young age that you're not trying to be married and have kids in a family in the same time frame that she is, it is best that you not deal with her. So you're not playing with her. You're not wasting her time. You're not making her think that this is about to be something that it's not about to be. So that is to address you now. Now Taro, um, yes, a lot of modern women, a lot of women that's in their that especially in their mid 20s, they don't want to just like the woman in that video said, they don't want to date the older men. They don't have a preference of dating the older men, but they want this man that just got out of school, that's early in his career, that's building his financial foundation. They want him to be just as financially stable and have the same assets and resources that the man in his mid 30s and early 40s has. That is not realistic, okay? Like, again, we are not talking about anomalies. We are not talking about professional athletes. We are not talking about entertainers. We are talking about the average, everyday man that is in his early or mid 20s. He is not going to be able to provide that lifestyle that you want right now. So, to the woman that's my age in here, if you want a man that can provide a certain lifestyle for you right now and do certain things, you need to be dating older men. You need to have a preference of older men. Stop looking at men that's our age to do those things for you that you can't even do yourself. And that's why, like Miss Kanai said, when you do have an older man approach you to date you, entertain him. You 26, 27 years old, and you have a man between the ages of 35 and 40 that wants to date you and make you his wife, entertain him. But that's not what y'all want to do. Y'all want the young man. Y'all want to be young and turnt with Noble when Earl that's 40 and
Not Earl.
he's close to paying his house off and he got a car or two and he all you got to do is move in and relax and make your money. You don't want to deal with him. You don't want to deal with Earl with the gray beard. You want to be out here with Noble in Miami. No, make a decision. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. I don't care what any of these delusional women be on here telling y'all. I don't care what I don't know who y'all be listening to tell y'all. That's not how it works. Okay.
If I
So make a decision, pick a side, and stay there. You're not about to have it both ways. Go
can I
ahead.
So
Go ahead.
may
And that goes
I?
for the men too, though. That goes for the men too. You can't have a working woman and then want a submissive and traditional woman as well. If you want a girl who's going to work and be out there chasing the bag, you can't be expecting her to do all the motherly work alone or the housework alone. You understand
can
what I
That's
mean? You
false.
can't
That's
have
can
it
I
both
false.
ways.
That's
So
It goes
false.
for
can I
both.
That's
yeah.
false.
can I
That's
jump in?
false.
Can I
That's
address
false.
something
No.
real quick?
Hold on, y'all. Let's let Nas speak. Then you can speak, so.
Okay.
And then I want to go after So if that's okay, because I
Yeah, that's
don't agree.
fine, Miss Kanai. You can go. Ahead.
I don't think back to this young lady who we heard on the recording. So to me, Noble, I don't think she had anyone tell her like about herself, like maybe like a positive male role model, maybe a father. My father told me like I've known you your whole life, and my father gave me a list of things that when I was dating that men would find attractive about me. right? And then based on those list of things, my father made a suggestion on who we think I would pair well with. So now in my adulthood, when I am single and dating, I know exactly what works well for me. But these kinds of conversations you can only have with a trusted individual that knows you very well, who has known you throughout stages of life. My father was a single father, so naturally it was with my father. Maybe this conversation can come from a mother or aunt or whomever. But I think this young lady is doing herself a grave disservice. Again, I'm going to go back to, it sounds like she doesn't know herself very well. And I think if she would change her environment, she would get approached.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Let me say something really quick. So let me take my glass. Y'all want to know? Let me. Okay, hold on, ladies. I want y'all to explain this to me. Okay, right? So when y'all in middle school, y'all are the hoe that's trying to date the. Not even trying to. You are dating the guy that's in high school. Then when you in high school, you the hoe that's dating the. You the hoe that's dating the man that's in college, right? And then when you in college and you when you the broke college student, you the dude that you having the man in his late 20s or his early 30s swindle you and take you on vacations and buy you stuff that you can't afford to buy. But now when you get out of school and you got a job, you don't want now you want to date the man that's your age. You don't want to date the older man anymore. Please make that make sense to me. Please make it make sense.
So, Noble, I think that just from the way I understand everything that you said, you're talking to the women with unrealistic expectations. Because the other types of women are out there. We talk about the traditional and the quote unquote independent women. But the ones you're talking about, like Kana mentioned before, is the 666 ones that you have to be this, you have to do this, and you have to give me this much, and you have to like all they do is see men. When they see men, is see dollar signs. Those are the women I think you're talking to. Is that correct?
Sure.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that makes
sure.
sense. So in that case, I don't disagree with anything you said. But if you were talking to like the traditional women or the Miss Independent or whatever, I would say that, I don't necessarily agree with that because it doesn't match what they're pushing as far as like what I see on this app or what we talk about in society, just like in general. But that's what I wanted to add on.
Okay. Hey, and Miss Kanal, I see what you just said about it ain't grooming when she's the one choosing the man. Please make sure that you touch on that too, Miss Kanal. Yeah, because
Wait, somebody
I'm,
said it's grooming?
yeah, somebody. So it,
Yeah,
Miss
they keep
Kanal, go ahead, touch on it. Go ahead, touch on it, please.